Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm at home with internet, so I thought I would do a little breathing and letting go video to help set your Sunday in the right frequency, vibration. Let me just change that noise thing. Yeah. So how is everybody feeling? As we know, it's all about the feelings. We're all chasing the feelings or judging the feelings or wanting to get rid of the feelings or wanting different feelings. So, morning, Craig. We're chasing the feelings continuously. And what I've been finding recently is, morning, Heather. Lovely to see you. We need to meet up soon. Yes, I've not been on doing as many lives because, well, I had the Scotland's Wild Medicine retreat last weekend, so I was away for 4 days, 5 days, and then if I'm at the farm, there's no internet to do this, so I came back down because I'm absolutely obsessed about this bioresonance machine and watching a lot of training videos, and I thought, morning Izzy, how you doing? I thought I'll pop on and do a little bit of breathing because I have just bought Ed Harold's new book, and I'll post a link to it. You need to get it. It's so easy to read, and it's all about the interconnection, which is what we were teaching at Scotland's Wild Medicine. You know, somebody said to me, morning Richard, how you doing? Well, don't worry, I'm going to help you, darling. Somebody said at the retreat last week that the retreat was the book brought to life, and I thought that was a lovely way to put it, you know, and it's because Claire teaches about the incredible, that woman, if you've not had a consultation with her, if you've not met her yet, you absolutely have to. She's just quite an incredible human being. She brings the plants to life and tells you how they can help you on every level, emotional, mental, physical and spiritual level. And so you can't go for a walk with her. She's stopping and she's saying, oh, there's 4 medicines here. So it's truly remarkable. And then I'm talking about the 5 elements and obviously how the inside of the body, i.e. the cells, communicates with the outside, the internal environment and the external environment. And, you know, I think I've made it quite clear that I've been struggling for the last month with drama, head drama. You know, I was kind of like trying to decipher, did I really have problems, or was it the way my body was feeling that made me believe that I had problems? And of course, because I'm very solution orientated, like what's the solution? I don't want to dwell on the story, the blah, blah, blah. What's the solution? And obviously we know it's crazy out there just now. More division, more separation, the illusion of separation, the illusion of division, and us not really being able to plan still, not really knowing what is going on, especially if, like me, you choose to believe in your body and your consciousness. Morning, Lorraine. Morning, Marianne. And that you do not trust any of these men and the odd woman with your health and with your long term, that there's not an agenda. And that's just the way that I feel. I have to be perfectly honest about it. I've been down this rabbit hole for 30 years and I feel, who can we trust and what can we trust? And ultimately it comes down to faith. Our bodies, our hearts are guiding us. They'll never lie to us. The heart doesn't have an agenda. The intuition doesn't have an agenda. So let's just go there when we look. And, you know, I cannot emphasize enough being around like-minded people at this time, because we all need each other. I can't remember whether it's the hippopotamus or the rhinoceros. When I was in Africa, they isolate when they want to kill them. They put them into solitary confinement and they die of loneliness and isolation. And that's what's happening to a lot of our people, is that we are becoming very... Morning, Leslie Ann. We're becoming lonely, we're becoming detached, we're wondering if anybody else is feeling the same way as we are. Well, yes, we are. There's a lot of us feeling this way. And guess where the solutions are? out in nature. So let's just do some breathing, because I'm a huge fan of Wim Hof. It's like my sweatshirt, look, Heal Scotland. And I love Wim's breathing. But what I've really been learning from James, obviously, Jim McFadden, who's Heal Scotland's very own breath instructor, and from Patrick McKeown, and now from this guy Ed, is the power of slowing the breath down. And in actual fact, the slower you breathe, the less breaths you have per minute. In fact, he's even got a brilliant diagram in the book that shows you, if you're breathing over 12 rounds per minute, what you'll be feeling. So not only, and it's all the nose-mouth debate as well, if you're breathing in and out through your nose, you'll be breathing slower. It takes more energy to breathe in and out through your nose. Even the respiration, how it helps to burn fat, release toxins, change the chemistry. I mean, it's just so fascinating that nobody's told us about this, really. And as soon as you slow the breathing down, we know if you go from 12 breaths per minute to 6, which most people in my experience can do, or there around when you think about it. Some people get right down to 2 breaths per minute. When you practice that every day, you are training, fine-tuning this instrument we call the body, this instrument of consciousness, as Joe Dispenza calls it. And when we really consciously practice, so that's what we're going to do today, slow the breathing down. Get into this belly. This is where we store all our feelings. This is where we feel things. The heart down. Obviously, sometimes you'll get it in your head, etc. But our emotions, and certainly the lower emotions that we don't enjoy, are in these lower energy centres. So when your belly is contracted, and because we hold the stress in the gut, right? It's like, oh, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about the next thing. That actual thought and belief, bad things are going to happen, contracts our diaphragm. And the diaphragm, excuse me, is what communicates with the brain when it's nice and loose. Now, we've all been fighting for this 6-pack. Well, we've not for a long time, but this idea that your belly should be flat, when in actual fact the belly should be fluid and expanded. And Ed does some phenomenal exercises, just even without the breath, where you stick the belly out, fill that out, use your muscles and stick your belly out. Do it with me right now. And bear down. Men, I was going to say for women, as if you were in labour if you've had a kid, but if not, as if you're trying to excrete urine, etc. So push the belly out and press down on your lower root centre and expand that whole area, and then just let it go. Now this is like a workout, so what you're doing is you want to expand, like your ribs are coming out to the front and out to the side, the belly, you're loosening off the muscle. You can actually even press along your rib cage to really physically, and round your pelvic bone, just to say to the body, hi, I'm here, I'm sorry, I didn't realise that I was holding so much of my past in here and stopping you from keeping me sane. So do it again, push the belly out without thinking about your breathing, just push the belly out as far as you can, stretch it, bear down as if you're trying to do a pee and a poo. Bear down so you're really out stretching all these muscles, and then just let it go. And just feel it. So what we're doing is we're allowing this breathing system, the diaphragmatic breathing, which we're banging on about, Wim bangs on about it, Patrick, etc. Whether you're doing it fast or slow, it doesn't matter. It's about opening that area up and understanding it's not about how it looks. Who cares? It's about how it feels. And if you have been carrying a lot of stress for a long time, which let's face it, a lot of us have, and especially the last year and a half. So we're really actively, on that physical level, on that chemical level, and on that emotional level, actually utilising and opening up that area, which carries all the phenomenal organs for reproduction and the lower digestive system. And think about what the body does and is capable of. And we've been so stressed, we've been literally constricting our own life force, but not for long. Okay, so let's start the breathing, and I just want you to do it really, really slowly. And then we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. We're going to do that slowly as well. You might want to get a tissue and blow your nose. I've not done that, but it's very common that you'll be blocked on one side and the other, because what the body will naturally and automatically do is it will block one side and then the other, so that the hemispheres of the brain and the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system will be activated, and the vagus nerve. Okay, so we're going to actively, so what we're doing with the breathing is we're overriding the habitual habits, the programs, the way we've been running the body, which, let's face it, certainly I wasn't running mine properly, not like a Lamborghini, more like an old, rusty old pedal car. So now we're understanding we're in this phenomenal system, this phenomenal vehicle, instrument of consciousness, and just nobody explained it to us right. Explained the magnificence of it, the kind of mystical side to it, and of course the actual physicality, the biology, the chemistry, and the biological way that we can influence our systems. It is just incredible. So we're going to start off just doing the one from the breath cure, which is just you visualize, or you can put your finger underneath your nose or visualize a feather there, and you're trying to breathe very, very slowly. And then we're going to do some breath holds, not big, mad, stressful breath holds, but just for a few minutes, a few seconds. And just so as soon as you stop breathing, how the mind will just stop, quieten. So I just want you to really observe this process. It's very gentle, it's very beautiful. I want you to check into the body and just see how it feels, because this is about you learning about your body. Okay, so we're just going to start that very, Patrick says long, LSD, long, slow and deep. And Ed talks about pace and depth. So it's slow and deep. Okay, so everybody has their own language, but it's all the same thing. Think about the pace, how long you're doing it for, and how deep, and coming into this belly. So just nice and slow, just breathe in. And the other thing is doing it really quietly. Ed talks about the ocean breath, which is, I'll show you, is like, so you're making that noise, which is really powerful, we know, for humming. But for this first exercise, try and do it really quietly. So breathing into the belly. Nice and slowly and gently, and just breathing out really gently and quietly. Remember, you've got a feather under your nose. You're trying not to disturb the hairs in the nose. So in slowly, quietly, gently. And you'll feel what they call some air hunger. And when you get that, you want a little bit of that, but you want it nice and gentle. You don't want it to be stressed. If you need to speed it up a little bit, just work, listen to your own body, what it needs. And now I'm going to get you, keep going, I'm going to get the clock up, and we're going to measure how many breaths you're doing in a minute. Now again, it doesn't matter, it's not a competition. We're in compassion, not competition. So just keep going, and I'm going to tell you when to start. 3, 2, 1, go. Now just count how many breaths you're going to do. I'll tell you the next minute. slowly, gently, quietly. Remember, not moving the feather. Remember to breathe into your diaphragm. 4, 3, 2, 1. And just keep going. We'll do it for another minute. Ah, Lorraine, you're from Menorca. Cool. And just keep going and really start to pay attention to how you're feeling. Remember to breathe into your belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, and then just breathe nice and easy. Okay, so this time we're going to do the box breath. So again, just taking it really nice and slowly. So in for 4, hold, and I want you to just observe when you stop breathing. Out for 4, hold. In for 4, hold. Okay, so breathing in, hold, and out. And hold. And in, and hold, and out. And hold, using the diaphragm. And in, and hold, pay attention, and out. And hold. And in, and hold, and out, nice and gently. And hold. Use the diaphragm gently in, and hold, and out. And hold. One more in, and hold, and out. And hold. And just take some nice free breathing. Okay. So this time we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, and we're going to work from one side. This nostril crosses over, the breath comes over, and then we breathe out. So you're creating this, and then you breathe it in. So you're creating this like an X. So in through the left and out through the right, in through the right and out through the left. There's lots of different ways that you can use your fingers. Stick your pinky in there. It's up to you. You're just going to clasp one nostril. I just do that. You can use your ring finger. It's up to you. You may want to blow your nose before you start this so that it's a bit easier. Okay, so we're going to block off the left nostril and breathe in. Block off the right nostril and breathe out through the left. And in. Block and out. And in. Block and out. And in. And block. And in. And block. And in. And block. And in. And hold. And out. And in. And hold. And out. And in. Hold. Out. And in. Hold. And out. And in. And hold. And out. Okay. And just take some nice, easy breaths. Close your eyes and see how you feel. Let me know if that's changed how you feel. For better, for worse, or indifferent. Just let me know if you've noticed any changes. Okay, so where do we get the stress from in our life? Well, we get it from our health, from our wealth, or lack of it, or how we earn it, how we get it, and our relationships, and the relationships we have with ourselves, the relationship we have with each other. Good, Richard. Relationship we have in our families, familial ones are big just now, and also workplace ones, and just with people with different opinions, which I think really is a kind of big one right now for most of us. Excuse me till I drink some of my juice. So let's start on letting go of a person, or the judgment of a person. Maybe it's somebody in your family, maybe your partner, kids, parents, siblings. Could be somebody in the workplace. It could be anything. That's great, Heather. Good stuff. You can see how just that kind of breathing really you can do anywhere and any time. You don't have to set aside a huge amount of time to do it. So that's great, Pat. Good. Okay, so let's start focusing on letting go of our judgment of the apparent others. Great, Marianne. Yes, I used to have that as well. It's so annoying. Okay, so let's think about somebody that we would like to change. Somebody that we wish was different. And let's just think about them. Bring them into your mind's eye. You go into your memory bank. Bring the memory in of this apparent other. And listen to how the body reacts when you think about that person. Where can you feel it? Probably in your belly, maybe your heart. Pay attention. Hi Louise, you should buy The Breath Cure. And buy that book. I'm going to put a link to it. I'm sure it would help you. So, so inspiring. So bring in the memory. Check to see what the electrical attachment to that memory is. I wish they were different. Why don't they do this? Why can't they see what I see? Why can't they treat me better? Why? So what we're going to do is we're just going to welcome all the sights, sounds and sensations and feelings that go with that memory, that thought, that story. Welcome it completely. Come on. Find the courage. This is the one thing you can control, is you and your reactions. So welcome it completely and then just let it go. Set it free. Come on, let it go. There might be a few wanting to hold on, but no. This is about us, about our reaction and taking full responsibility for how we feel. So welcome all the sights, sounds and sensations that come with the memory of this person, my reaction to this person, the judgment of this person and wishing this person was different so that I could be happy. Welcome all of that, the whole story. And then just let it go. Set it free. Let it go. And welcome all wishing it was different. Wishing they were different, wishing you were different, wishing it was different. Welcome it all. And just let it go. And welcome all trying to figure it out. Why, what, where, but, if, only, all of that, all the story. Welcome all trying to figure it out and just let it go. Just for now, come on. Find the courage, drop it like a hot potato. Let it go. See? Find the courage to let go. You will be amazed at the weight you lose. And welcome all feeling that it's personal, all taking it personally. Welcome all feeling that it's personal and just let it go. Come on, take the arms wide and mean it. Let it go. See how it feels to be free. And welcome all feeling of waiting. Waiting for them to change, waiting for things to change, waiting. Putting your happiness way into the future. Welcome all of that and just let it go. Set it free. And welcome all wanting control, security, approval, separation and oneness. And just let it go. set it free. Choose now. Let it go. And now think about the person again. Bring them into your mind's eye. And check in with the body. Is the body still reacting to the past? To an old program, an old memory, an ancient story? Time to let go, people. Time to let go of the past. Welcome all the sights, sounds and sensations. If there's any there, they might be gone. But if they're not, welcome them, embrace them, love them, and let them go. Let it go. Set it free. Come on. You can do it. Okay, let me know if that has changed in any way. If that person looks nicer, or if that person's changed at all since you started this exercise. Let me know if you felt or perceived a difference, because this is all about shifting our perception. Just shifting it to get into a higher state of consciousness, a higher frequency, so that we can see things from different perspectives. Anybody notice a change? Speak to me, people. And you can just repeat that, rewind that video. Great, that's great, Richard. Good for you. That's great, Laura. Fantastic. So now all you need to do is remember, one thing that I'm really learning is that it takes time to heal. It takes time to teach the body the new tricks. It's the practice and the repetition and the not giving up, Keep on doing it. As soon, you've not felt anything yet, Heather, but that's common. That's a really good point. If you don't feel that you've let go, then the conscious mind will say, well, nothing happened. I didn't feel it. But that's complete rubbish, because the conscious mind, this is not about the conscious mind. Programs can be released from the subconscious without the conscious mind having a clue. So just know that if you have clearly intended to let go, you have let go. If you've been half-assed hanging on, maybe not so much. Great, Marianne, yeah. But if you're really clear and ready to stand in your power and take full responsibility for everything that you feel and think and do and be, that's great, Janet. Thank you. Then when you're ready to do that, it's a universal law when you decide that to let go of something or decide to create something, the wheels are going to get set in motion for that to happen. So absolutely know that when you go through this, it's like you go to the gym and you lift a weight, you're training your bicep. Your bicep doesn't change in that moment. But if you go and you lift that weight every day and you eat the right food and you think the right things and you've got the right attitude, your bicep will absolutely respond to that. The brain's the same, because it is the brain. We're rewiring the brains for these greater levels of joy, etc. Yeah, Heather, it's a big one to know. When you do this work, if you've actively engaged in this letting go instead of just looking on, wondering what I'm banging on about, if you've actually actively engaged and tried the breathing, engaged in the letting go, something has happened, something has changed, and you will experience a lighterness. You might not feel it straight away, but just pay attention over the next couple of days. And also, if you've been working on a person, see how that changes. You will be amazed. This works at an invisible level, which is the level that fascinates me most, because that's dictating the wave rather than the particle, the energy as opposed to the material. That's where everything starts. That's where the problems start. That's where the magic starts. Energy medicine is the way ahead, and that's what letting go is. It's energy work. And most of us, we're cynical and we don't believe, we can't be bothered, we can't feel anything, we've not got the evidence yet. So we stop because we don't understand the process and the universal laws. Thank you for your banging on. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, we need to, I know I need it. It's like, how many times do you need to hear that? And it goes in at a different level and a different level and a different level. Great to see you, Izzy. Thanks, darling. I'll hopefully see you soon. Which reminds me, before I go, next weekend at Barmoloch, we have a fantastic food weekend. Check out the events page. You'll see the different classes that we've got running. We're going to be eating together, eating delicious food. It'd be fantastic if you could come and join us. You can come and stay. I think there's maybe 3 places left, maybe 2 places left to stay. And there's also, but you can come as a day guest if you live in the area. Or you can reside somewhere else and come and join us at the farm. The farm is looking just amazing. It's just so exciting what's happening there. The amount of food that we have right now and the amount of energy. And Paul's there just made the cafe look absolutely stunning. So yeah, we're really, really excited to be able to have this holistic healing centre here in Argyll. It's going to be incredible. We're at last going to have a place where people can come and learn how they can really help themselves, which is important. And then Jim's coming to join us at the beginning of November, the first weekend in November, and we're going to be doing proper intensive breathing and letting go. We're going to be in the forest, we're going to be in the ice. He's bringing his ice baths. So check out, if you go to the healscotland.com page, there's a calendar there that you can subscribe to for free, and you can get you'll see all the events that we've got coming up and everything that you can join in on. Remember, it's a farm. It rains, you get cold. There's insects and animals that live there. So if you're really averse to that kind of thing, don't bother coming. But if you love to get into nature and everything that means, then please come and join us. Just come and visit. If you're having a hard time, if your health's a concern, let us know. You can come and stay. At last, we've got a place now for people to come and feel safe and be able to learn all the different things that impact on your health. And of course, get the book, Scotland's Wild Medicine. It's all in there. So help me spread the word, share the vids, come and visit us at the farm, come and share the events. This movement is not about me. This movement is about getting this information out to the masses and teaching the people who are able to help themselves to help themselves. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Sunday and I'll chat to you soon. Ciao.